Okay, welcome. I'm doing a big test today. I'm trying to stream to a number of platforms here at the same time. So I'm just seeing, we'll check in a moment. I'll show you on the shared screen where we are streaming to. Okay, actually I can see here. So we are on YouTube at the moment. I'm also on my Facebook page, Neil McCoy-Ward, and I'm streaming to X as well. Rumble, it says there's an error starting. I'm not sure why, but it says that Rumble, which was the main platform, the irony of it. Hold on, let's have a look here. So we are live here. I will talk some news as well. Okay, so I can see that I'm live on YouTube, so that's good. Rumble doesn't look like it has started. Okay, so there's obviously an issue there. It didn't work with Rumble. And then let's see with X. This should be streaming right now. Okay, it is. I can see myself on X. Great. And then Facebook. This should be working. Yep. Okay, so Facebook is... Let's see if we can watch it live. And then perfect. Let's see with X. Okay, so Facebook is working as well. Great. So I think we are good with everything. We can start closing these out so that we know that they are working. Okay, perfect. All right, let me just close this. Okay, so that's good. We've got 3 out of the 4 working then. I was really hoping that Rumble would work, but for some reason that connection isn't working. So I'll have to look at that and find out why that didn't connect. But yeah, for any of you who just don't want to support YouTube anymore, that's how you can watch me on other platforms. So whichever platform works for you is fine. I will try and get the Rumble connection. I've been speaking to, I don't know if he's the owner or he's a senior guy at Rumble this week. So he's been helping me out, trying to get me to, get the videos and everything moved over there. Because I think we all know it's only a matter of time before I get kicked off YouTube. I mean, they're trying everything at the minute. So it's only a matter of time until it happens. So it's probably best I get these other platforms going. Okay. Yeah, still no connection to Rumble. I was really hoping it would be connected by now, but it's not. So, okay, so a couple of things. And firstly, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's come over to the Patreon. I was amazed at how many people have actually come over and pledged the $1 a week in order for me to continue making videos and documentaries. So I'll continue making all the free streams, but I'm not going to be putting in loads of time into videos because I don't get paid a penny for these videos, so there's no point putting in what I was doing 10 hours minimum for a recorded video that you would see. Live stream, it can be about 5 hours prep work. So, I will continue to do the live streams, no issues at all. I'll do those as often as I can during the week, especially when there's something critical I think you need to see. So I'll continue doing that. When it comes to the big productions, I'm going to be making those documentaries and they'll be going onto the Patreon. And I'm putting them on the absolute lowest tier. That's just $1 a week. I've already spoken to certain people and the administrators who are my administrators within the Patreon, as in nothing to do with Patreon. They're people that are my very loyal subscribers who I've made moderators, administrators over the years and things like that. So I've spoken to them and we all sort of agreed we'd put it onto the first tier so that people can watch the documentaries. So that doesn't impact the rest of the work. And I'll just give you an example. So this weekend will be a presentation. There's a long presentation. It probably, with the monthly macro, it's probably going to be an hour long. I would think an hour and a half. These are regular presentations. This is all on the future of AGI, artificial general intelligence, and ASI. So we're going to be looking at this, both the theoretical aspects of that and well, it's not really theory anymore. It was sci-fi, but it's getting very, very close now. So we're going to be talking about that, the impact on jobs, the impact on the world as we know it, positives, the dystopian nature. If you've seen Terminator, you'll understand the worst case scenario. So we're going to be going through all that. That won't change. So anyone who's pledged $1 a week, that the rest, all of that stuff is still going to be for the higher tiers on Patreon. So I just want to be really transparent on that and explain it, because a couple of people said, oh, I thought I was going to get into your coaching group and your, what else was it? Oh, yeah, the mastermind sessions, the entrepreneur mastermind sessions and all that. So no, $1 a week won't get you into all of that sort of one-on-one time with me, just to be clear on that, and all the really high-level presentations and stuff like that. So I just want to be really clear. I'm so grateful. I really am. And I just want to show my appreciation. So that's what will be happening with all of the documentaries. So you'll have access to documentaries, and I'll be making all that, as well as the forum, Discord forum. So everything's going to be there. I've also started work on the global food shortage. So I've got about 3,000 words here. So this is the food crisis that's come in, and I'm just linking everything together at the moment. So I'm working on this. I'm hoping it'll be finished next week. It probably needs another 10 hours or so. Maybe, no, in fact, more than that, maybe 20 hours. But I wanted to just, while I'm testing everything here, testing the system, there was another bank failure last week. And this was Republic First Bank Corp. So this was seized by regulators on Friday. So this was the first bank failure of 2024. And I think we're going to see a lot more. And the reason for that is because this is what I've been talking about for a long time. It's the commercial real estate. So they've had somewhat of a collapse in the loan portfolio here. Sorry, I've just realized my camera is not working with this stream. Hold on. There we go. Okay, perfect. Testing everything now. We've got to test it. That's why we do these test videos. We've also got the UK set for weak growth and highest inflation in the G7. So all along, what we've been talking about and what we've known has been true. As always, they try and manipulate with all the data, but it's all in black and white. It's coming out now. So the growth forecast that was predicted, which was low as it was, has dropped to 0.4% now. And it is really, really big trouble coming up for the UK. In fact, we'll go through this on the macro in the Patreon on Saturday. So tomorrow or over the weekend anyway. But I'm going to talk about all the macro and what's happening with the UK economy, also the US economy. Now, if you remember, this was such a big growth because they were double accounting the GDP. They were creating currency, double accounting it, and that's how they're getting such high GDP growth. But you can see that because there's been a slowdown in creation, the GDP growth is actually collapsing. So this will be very interesting to see. Will this be, 1% next measure? We'll have to see. 500,000 firms in significant financial distress as well. So Britain is having a massive problem with all these stores closing. I mean, this has been ongoing for a long time. What was the reason? It was people taking on all these loans during lockdowns. It was obvious this was going to occur, and now it's happening. But what I'm seeing is all these articles, cost of living crisis, is making people poorer and more anxious. Yeah, these articles are just coming out non-stop now. Mental health in the UK is through the roof. People know the food inflation or the prices. People know it's a lie. They've realized it's all a lie, and it's all coming out now. We'll talk about, I'm just pulling a lot of content and articles as well for this video that I'm making on the food crisis. So that will be the next documentary that comes out. So if you're just joining me now, join the stream, that is going to be into the Patreon. So that's going to be a good documentary. Probably going to be somewhere between, maybe 25 minutes long, I guess, 30 minutes long. So I'm trying to cover all the different aspects of things we've mentioned before, but also bring in a lot of new things around what we're seeing with this. And I can speak openly as well. That's the great thing. I can actually speak openly and say the things I want to say without censorship. So I'll be doing that. Okay, well, that is 10 minutes. I think this has been a good test of the platforms. And it looks like they're all still running, apart from Rumble. So I'm going to get onto Rumble, speak to them about this connection. And do you know what? It's a good job I did this little test, because if I did a proper stream to Rumble right now, that would not be good, because it would have failed. So that's it. That is the test over. I will see you again next week with lots of good streams, lots of good stuff to come, both here on the other platforms and on the Patreon. So thank you so much for joining the Patreon. I appreciate it. There's so much content going in there. Again, you already on the Patreon, there is hundreds of hours of content. It just depends what tier you want to go. There's everything from courses to, coaching and mastermind sessions that I personally run with people. It just depends on you. You can ask me questions. They can see all the investment stuff or the macro stuff. Again, it's completely up to you. I'm not here to say what you should do. You can go any tier you want, or just carry on watching the free streams on the free platforms. Whatever works for you. Honestly, I get it. Some people have a lot of disposable income and they want more from me. Other people don't have any income at all and they just want the free videos. And that's another thing I thought about this week. Went for lots of walks. No walk and talks, apart from talking to myself probably. But I did lots of walks this week and really thought about and spoke to people as well. I spoke to my father, I spoke to family members, I spoke to my wife, I spoke to community members, and I was asking what they thought of me not doing videos anymore because I'm not getting paid. And, a lot of people said, well, the world, some people were overboard. They said the world will be not as good a place if you don't do the videos. But other people said, well, some people feel comforted by the videos. Some people like to see my view on things that isn't the mainstream media nonsense. And I'll read the chat in a moment. I'll see the comments from people. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's given me support this week and encouragement, and just helped me with all sorts, from setting up new platforms to coming over to the Patreon and things like that, getting involved there and in the forums and stuff like that. So I think I'll probably wrap up there. I've been waffling on for a few minutes here. Thanks a lot for being online. Really appreciate it. Take care. God bless. I'll see you next time.